Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back. Okay, so today I'm going to share with you guys my wax empties because I'm going to be doing the collab with everyone. I'm like super excited about it. I may not I may not be able to like follow along like every week. The Mardi Gras thing I might have a little bit of a hard time with, but I'm going to do the best that I can and just go with it. So, I figured I would share with you guys my wax empties first, and I was like, ooh, it worked out great because the last empties I did was like a week ago. So I was like, okay, let's just do it. So, I actually don't have a ton, but that is because it's only been a week. However, I've been home a lot. We actually have snow. It hasn't snowed today, but we had snow yesterday, and the roads are covered, which is, whatever. But when we get snow, like this whole, like Oklahoma basically like shuts down, which is so stupid because we like get it regularly like during the winter. So it's just kind of weird. But like my gym is closed. I'm going nuts. Grocery stores are closed. Some gas stations are even closed. I mean, it's just stupid. It's stupid because it's like you guys are overreacting. We got literally less than an inch of snow. But a lot of it was sleet, I will say. So that did kind of put some issues with the roads and stuff. But anyways, I'm just bitching. So I've been home and trying to do some things around here. As you can tell, I still have quite a bit of things that I have to do. Okay. Anyways, let's just get started. So from Vintage Chic Scents, this one is Fire Starter Embeds and McBoo Overpour, which is Campfire Marshmallow, Bonfire Bliss, and Fireside, Campfire Marshmallow, Gooey Marshmallow, Palo Santo, and Vanilla Frosted Grams. Okay, a lot going on in here, which is fine. I love this scent. It's amazing. So good. Love it. So I think with Vintage Chic, I'm probably gonna just stick to scents that like have really, how do I put this, that have been talked up a lot, because Vintage Chic for me is way expensive. I can't, yeah. And, I wouldn't mind that, but her stuff is light for me, even if I let it cure for a long time. This one is great. I have no issues with this one. But I don't want to have to like let my wax cure for, months and months and months. I'm just not patient like that. I don't have a gigantic collection. I mean, I do have a lot, but I don't know. I just don't want to wait around. So I would get this again. It was amazing. Rose Girls. This is Cotton Candy Cookie Land. This was amazing. Amazing. This is like, what is it? Sugary breakfast bakery, toffee butterscotch pretzels, and cookies and something. I don't know. With the cotton candy, you'd think that sounds kind of weird, and I do agree. However, the cotton candy completely transforms this scent, or the cookie land. Seriously, you guys, I love this. I pulled this out because Charity kept talking about it. I was like, okay, I'll try it. It's amazing. This is good anywhere in the house. It's a great performer too, which is pretty great. Kind of talking about Rose Girls, I want to just mention that I am not, anytime I'm like being negative or anything, or anyone's negative about a vendor, or if, I mean, unless you're just downright mean, I get that. But, it's okay to be critical. I'm not perfect, okay? I might say something that maybe someone gets offended by. That's okay. I'm not trying to do that. So if you feel like I was, let me know. I'd be happy to apologize. But here's the thing. When you order wax, for example, like Super Tarts, the first time I ordered from Super Tarts, I had ordered over 30 clamshells. I spent maybe $150, $160 on that order, which is a lot for me. Okay, I know not for a lot of people. Some people go all out and spend tons and tons of money, and that's great. But for my standards, $150, $160 order is a lot for wax. And my order came wrapped with one single piece of tissue paper with no padding, nothing in it, and it was in a big box, bigger than it needed to be for the amount of product that I had. So I had broken clamshells. I mean, duh, like the person who did that, the person who packed that together wasn't thinking. So that was like my first impression of Super Tarts. I didn't like it. I didn't like that the impression, because I was like, I just spent all this money. I even paid for shipping insurance, and I was kind of like, this is not the way I want it to be, And with Super Tarts, I gave them another chance, had a great experience. I gave them a third, fourth, fifth, whatever, and I have not been disappointed since then. So I do believe in second chances, because we all F up, So I get that. In regards to Rose Girls and stuff like that, the simple reality of it is, when we compare Rose Girls' performance to like Rainbow Melt, Sassy Girl Aroma, Super Tarts, it just doesn't compare for performance. That is just my experience. You might have a completely different experience, and that's okay. But it's been harder, and it's become harder and harder for me to want to repurchase from Rose Girls, merely for the fact that the prices are ridiculous. Like $9 for 6 ounces of wax is too much. I know inflation is a thing. I know people are struggling with that. So I get that, and maybe like when things start to slow down, maybe her prices will go down. So I don't know if it's she just wants to make more money, or if it's because she's specifically like she has to, because her product is costing more. I don't know the answers, but just from a general like customer consumer perspective, I can't justify $9 for a mini melter, especially whenever I'm not getting the best performance. Or consistent. Super Tarts is consistent for me. Rainbow Melts is consistent with me. Sassy Girl Aroma is consistent with me. L3 is not consistent with me. Vintage Chic Scents is not consistent with me. And that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna like not purchase from those vendors, but I'm definitely more like, being more picky about who I buy from, because there's so many vendors now that it's like I'm just trying to figure out what works for me, and like how I can justify spending money, because I don't think there's any secret right now that people are struggling financially, emotionally. I mean, there's a war going on right now. So it's been hard. So with that going on, prices are going to increase with things, inflation, all that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm kind of like jumbling everything together, but so now I'm just kind of like really trying to be like picky about who I order from, because I want to get the best bang for my buck. So that's just me, okay? I do love a lot of like scents from Vintage Chic Scents, like this Firestar Embeds McBuo Report. It's amazing. I love it. I love Collectible Lunchbox. I really like the peanut butter jar scent on cold. I think it's going to be a good performer. I've had a lot of scents from her that do really well, but that might be because a lot of it's like heavy bakery, so it's going to be strong anyway. And maybe it's because I've let it cure. I don't know. But the Vintage Chic Scents right now is really expensive. Rose Girls is really expensive. Rainbow Melts isn't the best right now with tap time and keeping up with her promises to her customers. I'm having a hard time wanting to order from her, and it's nothing personal. It's just my opinion. And but Super Tarts is consistent. You get great throw. It lasts all day long for me, even more than that sometimes. And $4.70 a clamshell. I get 6 whole melts out of that. That's less than $1 per melt. And at that point, the amount of ounces that I use per warmer is all gonna depend on how strong the company is for me, the vendor. Like Rose Girls, I cut these in 4 pieces. I get 4 melts out of a Rose Girls chunk muffin. That might be way a lot of wax to use in a warmer to someone. I don't have 500 warmers throughout my house, so generally I'll use like 1 warmer, and like for instance, like this is my living room. I have a table right there. This window here, that one, is in my dining room, so I have 1 warmer in my living room. I could probably use 2 in my living room, and then 1 in my dining room. I would probably use like a quarter of a mini muffin plus half of another quarter. So almost half of a mini muffin to get this whole room done. With Super Tarts, I would use 1 cube in each warmer and I'm done. I mean, seriously. So I'm just like looking at things from like a consumer point of view of what am I getting, that's gonna, like, even if it's expensive on the outside, it lasts longer. I get more bang for my buck. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I didn't even show you guys this. This one is Gollum. This one is Super Tarts. It's Ocean Breeze, Red Apple, Vanilla Bean, and Blackberry. So I don't get any vanilla bean. I get, y'all know Capri Sun that you probably had as a kid. I did, like, at least like when I would finish like basketball practice or like would finish a basketball game as a kid, we would get the Capri Suns, Anyway, this to me smells like Capri Sun, but it has more of a aquatic note. It's like kind of maybe watered down, and you definitely get the apple. I don't get any vanilla bean, and I maybe just get a hint of blackberry, but not much. It's more just a very aquatic, sweet apple scent, and I really like this one. I would repurchase it. This one is Impossible Girl from Super Tarts. This one is cappuccino, birthday cake, and spun sugar. This was a really good coffee blend. Definitely a bakery coffee, so if you prefer, like coffee scents to be just coffee forward, I don't know if I would recommend this one. But I like coffee in every form possible, and I would repurchase this one 100%. Super Tarts, I didn't like this one. This one is Insidious. This one is Driftwood, Spun Sugar, and Vetiver. I think it's just because I don't like vetiver, because I tried a couple of blends from K Scented Melts that had vetiver in it, and it just has like this weird, like astringent, pungent, like sharp note to it. I just don't really care for it, so that's pretty much the only reason why I didn't like it. And since it's so strong, it kind of took away from the other scent notes, like the Driftwood and the Spun Sugar. I didn't really care for this. However, I did mix it today in my guest bath with Coastal Kale from Rose Girls, and it was really good mixed with that, so go figure. Okay, this one is from Super Tarts. This one is Magically Delicious. Do you guys like when I like come up here and show you guys like that? I'm just curious. This one is Sweetened Cereal, Marshmallows, and Sugary Milk. So this is just like a basic like cereal blend without having a particular like flavor. It's not a particular flavored cereal. It's just kind of like that dust, scent that you get whenever you finished eating your cereal in a box. You kind of get that. I would definitely say it's like sweet cereal for sure. I do not like this scent as far as performance. I like the scent, but it's just not a good performer for me. I did get a BAM bag of this with, it's called Beauty and the Beast, but it's Magically Delicious plus blackberry. So I'm hoping with the blackberry added to it that it will perform better, but I don't know for sure. I'll have to let you guys know. But I like this scent, but it lasts for maybe a couple hours and then it's done. So yeah. Okay, this one is Las Conchas, which is a Mexican sweetbread. I have had it before. Love Mexican sweetbread. I didn't like this, and it's kind of surprising for me because this is a heavy bakery scent. I don't think I like heavy bakery as much as I used to. I'm kind of getting into fresh and clean too, but I don't know. This is not this is not good. This is like a very intense, strong version of vanilla cookie crunch with a cinnamon note. I just didn't care for it, you guys. I actually ended up mixing it with marshmallow fireside in here in my living room and my dining room, and it was actually pretty good mixed. By itself, not a fan. Wouldn't repurchase. So I'm gonna just briefly talk about these from Midnight Daydream. He is no longer in business, sadly. He had really interesting blends, which kind of sucked because it's like you can't order anymore. But so we have Pinhead Latte, which is Snickerdoodle Latte Rice Krispie Treats and Marshmallow Bean Cookies. And this one was very light. I had half of it going in my kitchen. Couldn't really smell it that much, but this one was amazing. This one was mochaccino and churro marshmallows. This was so good, you guys. I love this. This was so good. It was it wasn't chocolate at all, but it kind of had a little bit of that, which is surprising for me because I don't really like chocolate and wax, but it just had a little bit of that mocha scent. Really, really good. It sucks, whenever you, especially if you have a lot of wax from a vendor that closes shop. I really thought that Barrett Wax Crafts was going to be over forever, but apparently not. So he's going to open up soon, I hope, because I love his wax. Okay, so Super Tarts, this one is Modoc. This was like a berry, like creme brulee blend, I think. I'm not really a fan. The only, I guess, other critical thing I would say about Super Tarts is I love their cute little sample shapes that they give you because it looks like a little mini clamshell, but they're just not big enough to get like an idea of what the scent does, So, whatever. And then I finished up 2 samples from the Bathing Garden. This is Cherry Prosecco Cordial. Beautiful scent on cold, you guys. Didn't get anything warming, and it was such a disappointment because I love that scent. It was so good. This one is Creeper. I didn't get any throw. L3 Cupboard Under the Stairs. This is Strawberries and Cream and Vanilla Wafers. This lasts 2 hours and then it's done. And I can attest to that with 2 different locations, my personal home and my parents' house. Same thing, last couple hours and it's done. This one I had different experience with. So I had this going in my parents' house, didn't get anything at all. Here in my house, amazing. So weird. It's so strong here. All right, Rose Girls, excuse me. This one is Goodnight Moon. Pink Sugar Peppermint Sweet Lavender Birthday Cake. So in regards to purchasing from Rose Girls, it's really hard for me, again, to justify spending $9 for a mini melter. But if she does chunk muffins, I might do that. I don't know. But I'm definitely lowering what I buy from Rose Girls now. This is amazing. I wouldn't say this is a super long performer. It probably lasts about 4 hours. So, but that's okay with me because I don't need a scent to last longer than that for bed. So I love this scent. If you guys like, did I tell you what it was? Pink Sugar Peppermint Sweet Lavender Birthday Cake. This is such a good bedtime blend. Love it. Would repurchase it. Amazing. So that's it, you guys. That's all of my wax empties for this past week. The next empties will be like Mardi Gras theme if I can stick to it. I'm sorry, you guys, if I can't. Don't be mad. I'm just gonna follow along when I can or when I want to. You only live once. You have wax. Sometimes there are particular moods that you feel like you're in, and sometimes you don't have like the scents that you want available, so picking what you want is sometimes better. For example, like I didn't have today's October 3rd in my melting basket yesterday, but since it's so cold and gross out, I was like, I want to melt that right now. So I pulled it out. Stuff like that, I'm not even gonna worry about, like, I'm gonna have a melting basket that I used to focus on for sure, but I'm not going to make it a point to not melt something just because it's not in my melting basket. I don't know, y'all know what I mean. Anyway, I'll let you guys go. I will see you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.